Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Crusader Kings III, where unfortunately I do not have a lot of new information. People are not very specific online when they give advice about this game. Every question about how to deal with factions is answered with a lot of very general, here's how you could perhaps maybe prevent a faction from forming, and not a lot of like, if you're in a situation, here's how you can adjust these particular knobs of pressure. So I guess we're just going to have to get in here and try some stuff. It's okay. We are equipped for experimentation. So, I was talking a little bit at the end of last episode about maybe revoking a title from someone else to give to one of these guys. Now, there are some problems with revoking a title. First of all, obviously, it's just sort of kicking the can down the road a little bit, right? We would temporarily solve this problem, and then, permanently solve it with a murder. But we'd be creating another problem down the line where somebody is very mad at us and we have to deal with that. And honestly, we would probably also deal with that with a murder plot, right? If there's anything that we know at this point about Durbale, it's that she loves a little bit of intrigue. If she's got the ambitious trait, it's not totally out of character. I guess this is who she is. It's not necessarily exactly who I was hoping to play, but this is a thing, apparently, of Crusader Kings III. The game kind of tells you who you're going to get to play more than you get to decide what kind of character you get. But there's also the problem that this is an act of tyranny and opinion. Counter to what I said last episode, it turns out having people lose opinion of us may not actually matter that much because we are accumulating dread rapidly. I don't want to play the same way that we were playing with the last... Like, I wanna be doing different things, trying to rule in a different style. But again, Crusader Kings III may have decided that is off the table for us. So, I don't know. Maybe that's a strategy. But I realized something else while I was looking at who we might revoke from. Check this out. The Duke of Ulster does not have any children. He has one younger sister. He does not have a great line of succession. If we look at the current line of succession for his title, it's got like his little sister, and then I don't even know who this bold gentleman is. But I'm wondering if we might be able to give him one of our titles, like say, make him Petty King of Munster. And then just get it back. I assume we'll be put into the line of succession because we're his liege, and after all of his succession is up. I guess I'm basing that mostly on the fact that where is it? Nevers. Hold on a second. We're in the duchy view. Here we go. The Earldom of Nevers title has me in its succession line after our uncle's kids are gone. So this might just be because we have a claim to Nevers from another place, but I don't know for sure. That it may be the case that after the line of succession runs out, stuff just accumulates upward to the liege rather than going to literally no one. I don't know. I guess we'll find out, potentially, if we do that. The good news about this plan is we don't have to do it right now. We can wait until closer to the date of the ultimatum, because it happens basically instantly. So we can hope that their dread will cause them to fall off the plot, or we can maybe accumulate more dread in the meantime. Like, we're currently sieging stuff, we may end up with prisoners we can do stuff with. So I'm gonna hold off for right now. And this is our plan B. If the plot does not dissolve on its own, we'll try this Petty Kingdom of Munster swap, where we give him a title and then immediately murder it out from under him, and see if we can't get it back that way. And for the moment, I guess we're just watching what the Icelandic commanders do with our troops. I gotta say, I don't 100% understand this maneuver. It's possible that the AI is just really bad at war. I mean, I'll say this, I do not feel like our AI opponents have put up much of a fight. Orson left the prison. Orson, my courtier, has left the prison. I know what a prison is. Whose prison? It's the Duke of Burgundy's. Oh, he was down there in Nevers, and he found himself in French trouble. Okay, well I'm glad that he's out. I don't really know what to make of that situation. I don't have time to pay attention to that. Oh, okay. They both just gave up. And it's the case that one of them gave up and then the faction no longer had the military strength necessary to be a faction. Well, okay, great. That's the best possible outcome of that situation. I'm a little baffled. What is going on here? Why are we leaving? Oh, you're sailing around rather than walk through that forest? That cannot have been the fastest way to do that. Okay, so a 4-month siege on the thing that the war's actually about, when we're already negative and losing money every month. Like, how bad is this? How bad is it to be negative here? Is there not a box that tells me what the penalties might be for... Here we go. This is what I wanted. Cannot declare war, cannot reinforce men-at-arms, county corruption spreads, vassals are more likely to join factions. No, they're not. They were already at maximum faction joiningness. The deeper in debt you are, the harsher the penalties will be. Your current level of debt is causing these problems. Okay. -5 advantage means that we really don't want to fight a battle. Maybe we should just scoop out of this. You know what? Let's let this siege finish, and we'll see how it goes, and then we might just take a white piece on this. Oh, the assassination plot. Do I still want to murder the Duke of Ulster if he's no longer in this faction against me? I mean, probably, right? He's a powerful vassal who's not in the court. He absolutely hates me, and neither of those things are going to change. So he is kind of a long-term problem, and this is just in character for Durbail. She loves a little intrigue. She loves to murder someone quietly behind the scenes. It doesn't always work that way, but she loves to try that way. Yeah, I think we're gonna let that happen. And then who are we swaying right now? My uncle. Do I need to sway my uncle's pretty positive on me now. We should probably be swaying the Archbishop, right? Let's refocus in that direction. That's not quite as high of a value as I would like. Could I have my husband assist me with that? He has 4 diplomacy. How much does that change the... Can I see the success chance? That takes it up to 74. Yeah, sure. What was he really doing for us before? Okay, so he has quite a bit of chivalry. In assist ruler mode, he is... quite a bit of martial. In assist ruler mode, he is giving us +3 martial. You know what? Let's maybe not change that while we're at war. We'll just keep that up. Oh, right, the whole reason I paused in the first place. Well, I think we just want to continue on this, right? Like, I would like to have a character who can live a long time. That seems like a good idea. Granted, I might get assassinated. I am not well liked. But if we don't get assassinated, we're going to live such a long time. Now, let me turn up the speed a little bit. Okay, they're deserting. They feel like this is going terribly. We've breached the walls. We've got a peace offer. So wait, Princess Bevin, your liege has signed a white peace. Okay, this is what happens if we accept. This is all in the if you accept box, except the if you accept thing is not at the top. So we could just give up. Neither of us stand to gain anything by continuing to fight. Well, I don't think that's... I disagree. I stand to gain something. You captured Prince Edelfrid's kinsman Cadwallon during the siege. I can't help but notice that this did not... Huh. So an Irish claim on the lordship of this place. We took the place, but that didn't give us the 100% war score that it usually does. That... I do not 100% understand why. Well... We did get some money. Okay, that put us back positive for the moment. I captured a guy. I captured a guy who my opponent is not interested in in ransoming. What is wrong with you? Why don't you care about your people? I mean, we could do some executions for dread, but I feel like that's... First of all, obviously, our religious leader's going to have a problem with that. We don't even have 100 piety. And secondly, I kind of think we have enough dread. Also, I don't want to execute a child in prison, you know, for reasons. So, is this... Like, how is this going to go? We have 0 war score from held objectives, despite the fact that we are holding the only objective. No war score from battles makes sense, because we don't have any of that. And no war score from prisoners, because as far as this guy is concerned, there are no important prisoners. Yeah, I don't... Huh. And now the the Icelandic guys are also confused. They're just like, what do we do? The High King has encouraged chivalry. We're almost not negative on prestige anymore. Good job. This number has gone up. Okay, so as we hold the war target... It's weird that this is behaving differently from the previous, all of the other wars that we've ever fought. Is it because it's a county level title? I've definitely fought for county level titles before, right? Now, maybe I've only fought for earldoms? Alright, well, I guess we'll just sit here and gain... the Iceland guys want to do stuff. One of my agents has acquired a deadly spider and arranged for a servant to hide it in the Duke's bed before dark. All they need is my go-ahead and he will be as good as dead the moment the spider strikes. This does not seem like a good way to do this. How much are we paying that spider? I mean, I guess let's go for it, but this seems like a dumb plan. The Duke is dead by the lethal bite of a deadly spider. Struck not long after he retired to his chambers, and though guards were called, no one could do a thing to save him. The spider fought them all off and then fleed out the window. Unfortunately, he died cursing my name, and rumors of my involvement have already spread far and wide. I did gain 20 dread, but again I'm found out? It was 95% secrecy, right? This isn't even me being found out. This is just him hating me. That feels a little unfair. Has happened, you gained 15 dread. Will happen when you click this button, you gain 20 dread. Well, whatever, I'm already a murderer. Who cares? The second time doesn't hit the same way. Oh, nice, heirs, good. We need an heir. That's important. So hold on. Now that we've finished that murder plot, let's talk about intrigue. Do we want to do more murders? Or do we want to put our spy master back on defense mode? Because I'm sure I'm not well liked. We know for a fact I'm not well liked. It is fun that nobody, after the first murder, kind of nobody cares anymore. We hit that 5%, I think we hit that 5% you're found out roll twice is what happened, which is like madness. Whatever, it's fine. We shouldn't have done it with a spider. Like, it's so obvious that he was... Have we not learned anything from Hitman? I should have dropped a chandelier on him. Nobody suspects anything when a chandelier falls. It happens all the time. It kind of makes you wonder, why do people even have chandeliers anymore? So, like, if we were going to kill somebody, basically what I'm talking about is, do we kill my uncle? Is getting him out of the way a good idea? I mean, he kind of likes us now, and he's actually very good at his job, and we need his job. I think we're just going to swap you back to disrupt mode. One thing that I did see about dealing with factions online is that if we spend more time rooting out secrets in people's courts, then we can use those secrets as hooks against them to keep them out of factions. But I don't know if that's going to be necessary with all the dread that we're acquiring. So I think we're just gonna do disrupt schemes. But that's an interesting playstyle of just like keeping up on everybody's information, sort of like verifying it. Maybe a thing we will do in the future with some character who is less dreaded. Your neighbor King Henry has lost against a duke in the Liberty War. So wait, King of France? The 6-year-old King of France? The compassionate gambler. All children are gamblers. The Crusader Kings series... Oh wow, yeah, France is like going to pieces over here. The Crusader Kings series has a really, really strange, skewed view of history, and one of the ways in which it is really weird and unrealistic is that all children are constantly gambling. So yeah, stuff is happening in France. Boy, do I not have time to participate in this. We need this war to come to an end. I'm keeping a real close eye on this war because I need to lower my levies. Shouldn't we go and fight them? There's 4,000 of us. What is that? Hold on, who the hell are you? Commander Brian. Just some guy named Brian. His flag is this. I guess it's nine soldiers who were not included in the original thing. I guess we're gonna siege this out. Oh hey, a faction was created against me. Also, I call on you to honor our alliance and join me in the peasant uprising. Oh, he's been rebelled against. Well, that's a... Okay, we definitely don't want to decline. His soldiers are going to go home and deal with this, right? Okay, well, I joined a war. This is just the France thing. So, my uncle. Who this time? My uncle and... Who the hell are you? Another one of my uncles. You can't trust an uncle in this game. Alright, well, I guess 17 months? That sounds like enough time to execute a murder plot. Maybe. This is a pretty high base chance, actually. Who are you? I don't know, you're just some guy. Some guy who's good at intrigue and loves killing people. Alright. Start it up, let's do it. We might be able to get the timer underneath 17 months. I mean, we might get lucky and it just might happen faster, right? Because there's always a chance of progressing. It's a weird way to stress that. Alright, get on this scheme with me. So, okay, let's finish this siege. We got some money from occupying the thing. We're now at 45% war score, which is still not enough to enforce demands. I do not want to... Alright, we're just gonna let time keep running here. Like, what are we gonna do now? Oh, apparently we're fighting a battle. I love fighting a battle. Fighting battles is a good way to win a war. This guy has left the... Oh, we knocked his ally. We knocked this guy's ally out of the war on account of it. Looks like he's in prison. Is he in my prison? Can I ransom him? No, he's not in my prison. The only prisoners in my prison are people who nobody wants to pay the ransom for. Alright, the Archbishop is not swayed. That's not good news. Yeah, battles is happening. Lots of things are occurring. Another battle was won. We are now at negative 5% war score. Because they took back the thing that doesn't matter. Why did they get progress from controlling the war target if the war target is completely irrelevant to the war? And he would not accept a white peace anymore because now he's positive. From his perspective, this is going well. Alright, so wait, hold on. We're still slightly smaller than they are in total. And we have a penalty to our warringness. We have a penalty to our advantage. So we can't actually just go fight these guys directly. But what we can do is maybe take a little bit of land and get the war score back to 0. And if we do that, then we can get a white peace and we can back off, because now I got like a new problem, right? Alright, I've talked to countless mothers and midwives and taken their advice to heart, yet when my time arrived, I realized that no amount of preparation could ever be enough. Yeah, I imagine that's true. The pains were all-consuming and I feared for my life. As sensible, given the rate of death in childbirth of the time. But I made it through, and I now have a perfect little son, a real heir who we need to be very sure is not going to get murdered. What name would benefit such a mighty lord? Yes, I look at him and what I think is might. Look at all of his might. Cananan. I don't know how the diacritical mark is supposed to change the pronunciation of that vowel, but welcome aboard. I gain prestige for having survived childbirth. Everybody's like, wow, she must be tough. That's fair. I think that makes sense. To the abhorrent High Queen Durbale, may wisdom ever elude you, your occupation of lands which rightfully... What? Oh, King Malcolm wants the Hebrides back. Dude. Fine. Can I surrender? Yeah. Yeah, fine. I will spend 30 of my prestige. You know I just gave birth, right? This is not... I feel like people should look upon this move poorly. He's being a real asshole. So 3 months left on that siege. Yeah, alright. We're going to try to take a thing, and what is up? A new translation. More than anything, my quest to be a learned woman is teaching me how much I do not yet know. That is the first step, always. What more, there must be so much knowledge that has been lost to the ages, as books fall apart or languages are forgotten. Perhaps I could contribute by making a new translation of one of the classic works. That does sound like a good idea. What would I even translate? The Regula Pastoralis on how to lead a good life? I might gain a perk point, and I will have some temporary learning. Instructions on alchemy and the Lanterns of Wisdom, which gives the same benefits, but I'm assuming since these are such books about such different things, I'm assuming they will lead to further future events. Or I could just bounce 10 stress. Going from 153 to 143 doesn't even really matter, though, right? Because the things we were talking about using to de-stress are all minus 30s. So, yeah, let's, I mean, alchemy sounds fun. What if we learn some alchemy? I'm going to translate this. And then we'll go help the guys in Iceland. Prince Richard has joined a peasant uprising in... Well, it's nice to know that everybody's stuff is going to hell. It's not just me. Ooh, look at how tiny their army's gotten. Oh, should we march on them? I know that we're minus advantage right now, but like our commander has considerable natural advantage. Yeah, let's go mess them up now while they're looking weak. Oh, the fleeing. Oh, look at all the running away that they're doing. They know this is bad. What is this? When my jailer brought the joyous news, I could scarcely believe it. My rival, Noe, has finally punished in my dungeon. In what sense was this guy my rival? I was trying to ransom him back to his lord. To think that I will live in a world free from that churl, and to think that I was the one who brought it about. I'm so happy I could dance. Yeah, Durbale continuing her, like, evil Frances McDormand vibes over here. I gain 150 prestige because I decided that some guy who fell into my dungeon accidentally was my rival after he fell into the dungeon. 60 stress. Jesus Christ. That is an insane bonus for a thing that I did absolutely nothing to, like, just dice rolling. My uncle created the cadet branch. No, hold on. I was using that message. Damn it. Now it's just gone. Cadet branching. This is a situation where the encyclopedia might actually be useful for a change because I was just trying to read the words in the tooltip. In order to become house heads themselves, landed members can choose to create their own new house. Members of such offshoot houses are free to do the same, eventually leading to a tree of houses within the... So he's still in my dynasty, but he is now his own house. Well, you know, for a while anyway. He is too weak to send an ultimatum at the moment, and soon he will be dead. He's not even part of this faction anymore. That's why they're... Why does he keep starting factions and then bailing on them? You know, the whole kingdom might be better off without this dude around, frankly. I'm having my notes for the translation of the Lanterns of Wisdom read back to me when... My lady, please forgive me, but did you fall asleep? Oh, heavens above, this classic is a piece of absolute drivel. So if I force myself through it, it will push me back up to stress level 1. I could let my scribes take on more of the responsibility. We'll spend a little bit of money we don't have. Or I could just take a break. Like, I kind of want to... So 42 stress will put us at 135, which will mean one de-stress event won't solve it anymore, or one de-stress event won't solve it, which was true before, but one de-stress event plus a little bit of a push from somewhere else will do it. And I'm curious about what happens if I translate this book well. We're going to find out. I'm going to force myself through it. I know. Alright, fight him. Fight him good. Ooh, they're kind of winning a little bit. They're kind of winning a lot. It's not going well. My knight Kaiser has been wounded and the injury runs deep. I fear that his body is not strong enough to fight this on its own. I feel death lingering by his... Oh no. Oh no. That's the same message. Yet we lost that battle. That is... And the mayor of Innis was slain. This guy didn't like me, and also he was a powerful vassal who was complaining, right? So I think actually it's best that he died. Yep, okay. All kinds of shit's happening in France. France is going completely nuts. So that's not good for our war score. I was hoping to be able to push the war score to a point where we could white piece it, but I guess we're out of luck on that. Yo, don't talk to me about mercenaries right now. I'm extremely broke. I underestimated the enemy troops a little bit. I figured with our commander showing 19 advantage, the -5 would not be a big deal. Prince Bacon replaced me as the... Wait, how? Dynasty Head wields certain unique powers known as the Dynasty Head interactions. Yeah, but like, how did he replace me as the... I mean, whatever. He's dead in 5 months. Probably. It's likely that he's dead in 5 months. It's fine. It's fine. I shall be Dynasty Head again. My Marshal Senatique has been wounded, and his flesh has contracted foulness and swelling. If the right kind of treatment is administered, and Jesus is merciful, he should make it, by which I mean there is nothing that can be done. Hold on. This war. We lost our commander. I could send my husband out there to do the thing. He's pretty good at it, but, like, you know, he might die. He is a holy warrior, but there is no faith hostility, right? This is Catholics fighting Catholics. I mean, I don't know. I've known a bunch of Catholics. There might still be some faith hostility. But we'll probably lose if we do that fight again, right? We had a larger man advantage last time than we did now. What if I surrender? Can we give up? I have to, I do not have the money to surrender. Does he care about the people I have in prison yet? Oh, right, one of them died. Is this guy my rival? Can I make him my rival? I would love it if he were my rival. We can't ransom him. If we move him out of the dungeon and into house arrest, that's going to make him less rivalry. I'm going to let him sit in my prison, I guess, in the hopes that he and I decide we are at odds. Being in debt is a shame. It's a real bummer, and we're actually almost not even negative anymore. In part because our raised levies have died, so many of them are dead now. Huh. What do we do? Do we just bring him home? I mean, right now this is my territory. Is this my territory? Are they reinforcing? If I just sit here and watch... No, that number's not going up at all. Oh. Who are you? I don't know. Some lady. Okay. Whatever. Well, I mean, obviously this thing is going to stop existing in about 3 months, so it's fine. Okay, yes, we are reinforcing. Earldom of Ulster has gained unused farmland. Oh, good. This happened in spite of my marshal's average martial skill. Why is that even a martial thing? So we are reinforcing. But they're going to go home and do the same thing, right? To my surprise, Duke Fingwin has corresponded with my counselors to arrange for a day by myself. Fingwin's the best. He's looking rough for a 28-year-old. To take off some of the pressure I've been under. In the end, I spent it following a suggestion from Fingwin himself, mysteriously. There's a bunch of things in this game that are just, like, weirdly broken. Will happen. You lose 20 stress, you gain 10 opinion of you. What? Okay, so that event is all screwed up, and it claimed that we had gained stress and also lost stress, but clearly we only lost stress. Yeah, I don't know. That the string builder is not functioning the way that they want it to have functioned there, I guess. So, for the moment, I guess we can try to just take a smaller settlement or something. Just get some war score and maybe some money. My Earl, Agent Domhnall, approaches me with a bunch of parchment clutched in his hands. I found old architectural sketches of the Duke's castle. They might be a bit outdated, but look here. Why, a tunnel. If only I had this many hidden places. Called the Mason. What would this do? We would get some scheme resistance? You know, I don't think we need our murder scheme to gain progress. I think we're doing just fine on that. I'm gonna gain this scheme resistance thing. We have gained places to hide from schemes against us. My translation of the Lanterns of Wisdom is coming along, but one section in the version I am copying from gives me pause. My scribes insist the words on the page mean, as we hold 2 feet and spirits rising edges of Hunter. This cannot be right, can it? I mean... So, if I just translate the text exactly as written, I will gain piety, and this choice may lead down a path of zealousness. There's an interesting comment from the developers on what zealousness means. It's being factually incorrect is the same thing as being religious. Kind of harsh, in my opinion. Or I can come up with something more fitting. There's a pretty good chance that I will improve the translation. This choice may lead down a path of cynicism. That does feel right to me, for her character. The path of cynicism seems correct. Oh, we got the bad... Have you noticed that we always roll the worst possible option on everything? Except getting pregnant. We're real good at getting pregnant. It might be my main skill. No, my main skill is definitely having people murdered in a way that blows back on me. Uh-oh. An agent was removed from my scheme at the last moment in a way that doesn't make any sense. And all of a sudden, the scheme looks bad. Something was discovered. Is my spy master... No, get in here. Oh no, you are in support mode. So actually this scheme just becomes completely untenable. 3 characters could be convinced to join you, says this message, but not this message. I'm assuming it means like 3 characters could be convinced if you had the money. It should still show you, like, can be bribed, even if you don't have the money, so that you at least know what you're working with, because they do tell you their price. And, like, we could just figure it out, right? We could probably go down this list and click on every one of them and hover over bribe and then hover over this and see, like, I have nothing to gain. And for the people who have a fair amount of I have nothing to gain, we could click on them and be like, do I think they like gold? This information is a thing you could dig out by yourself if you wanted to spend a long time just looking at the menus. So the only reason not to surface it here is so that people who don't want to do the boring thing don't get to have the information, and that's not great design. We won the war led by the Icelanders. I'm really glad, because it looked like it was going real poorly. So be it. Yes, I sure did help out there significantly. I find myself working on the translation of the Lanterns of Wisdom for hours under the flickering light of a candle. Often I will barely notice time passing. My scribes remind me, however. It must be past midnight by now. Is it not time to rest? I don't really want to gain stress. How much? Losing 20 stress is a pretty big deal. Translation quality will improve significantly. I wish I had any sense of where we're at on that, but like this is the vagueness of this is intentional, right? So it's improve the translation quality significantly versus lose a level of stress. I'm going to take this. I think we should lose a level of stress. I am pregnant, so probably we should take it a little bit easy. My agents have scheduled a journey for Prince Bathian, which will take them through dark woods. All that is missing is the band of thugs that will tragically slay them in a highway robbery gone wrong. So, if these numbers were reversed, I would probably just take the coin flip. We would go back 7 months. Is this faction... Alright. This is not the right moment. I'm gonna hope that we... Maybe I should send my spy master to his court to try to get a hook on someone? Yeah, maybe. So his deal is in Athlone. How long would it take to do that? Because if we could get a hook... If secrets exist, 0% chance. Cool. We'll complete in 7 months. The numbers here don't really make a lot of sense to me, though. Target Spymaster is disrupting schemes, but that's like way less of a modifier than all of the other things that are going on. Why are we 0%? Okay, well then I guess we don't do that. I guess we're already able to potentially discover secrets. Okay, I guess I'm gonna leave it as it is, and we're gonna hope that something occurs. Duke Fingwin's friendship. While his numerous attempts to curry my favor have not gone unnoticed. No, that's true, I have noticed them. I cannot feel but irritated by Duke Fingwin's sudden interest in me. And I cannot shake the feeling that the man's intentions are not pure. No, that makes sense. I am definitely not doing this. He could lose 5 opinion of us and it wouldn't be a big deal, right? Oh, actually, he is negative. But 5 opinion probably doesn't matter. Yeah, why can he not leave me in peace? Come on, just capture a thing. The Icelandic troops should be on their way... Yeah, here they are. We should be able to win this now. A specific phrase from the Lanterns of Wisdom has been frustrating my translation efforts for days. I've even started muttering it to myself sometimes. Still struggling with that one, are you? My Archbishop hefts a weighty tome. One simply needs to know where to look. So we could do a learning challenge. There's a 50% chance he'll find the answer. And a 50% chance he'll find kind of an answer. I mean, this seems good. Or I could have him tell me what I'm looking for. He'll gain 30 opinion of us. And that plus like a sway or two, we could actually get positive. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this one. We need to be positive with him. The House of Islam is under grave threat from the onslaught of heathens and infidels in its very heartlands. In response, His Magnificence, the Caliph, has declared an era of renewed jihad. This is also bad. This is also a bad time for everyone. This could be the beginning of unprecedented Muslim aggression. Well, I guess I'm glad that I'm far away from that part of the world. Okay, the swaying is working, so he's like only a little bit negative on us. Alright, we're going to finish this siege and then we're going to go down there and participate in that siege. We can end this war, hopefully. My translation of the Lanterns of Wisdom finally stands complete. My words rest on beautifully illuminated pages, all protected by a lavish cover, as befits the work's importance. The tome has taken pride of place in my library, and every priest who reads it is mightily impressed by my efforts. Some are already speaking of making copies of their own. Cool. So for 10 years, I'm gaining bonus piety and prestige, and opinion with clergy. That's relevant. And I get a perk. This effort has taught me so much. Hold up. Let me do my perk. This effort has made me so healthy. as translating books always does. It's the only thing that makes sense, really. Okay. 21 monies have been earned. Come down here and help out with this. And I suppose we should just link up and... Uh-oh, a scheme. I love schemes. My knight Orson is scheming against me. Back to the prison with you! So I can let the traitor be known to all. I could throw him in jail. Throwing him in jail seems like a good idea. I have a fair reason for throwing him in jail, so no one will think I'm a tyrant. He'll lose 30 opinion of me for being in prison, and 20 opinion of me for correctly accusing him of scheming. Yeah, I mean, throw him in jail, right? I don't want him to be able to do whatever it is that he's trying to do here. Why would I accuse him and let him just stay free? That seems like a dumb idea. So this is still 7 months away from completion. So somebody's trying to murder me, and they're doing a really fucking bad job. I guess that's the thing we didn't roll negative on. This is a problem, though. Boy, is he not... No, he is still terrified of me. I guess he's not the one in these factions, but he was in this faction initially. So people who are terrified absolutely do join factions against you. The thing... It says... Vassals are discouraged from joining factions, not prevented. Okay, well... He will not accept going to prison, but, like, what if I just didn't ask him? What if I just imprison him against his will? Shouldn't that be the way that works? Alright. Well, if we end up in a civil war, I guess we have Icelandic troops nearby? That's something, right? Oh, how is this gonna go? They have 204% of my total military power. Removing the old Duke of Ulster did not fix anything. You want a seat on the council, but all your stats are terrible. You want a seat on the council, and your stats are also terrible. I'm wondering if we could, like, try some opinion stuff and maybe... Because that kind of stuff happens, like, pretty much instantly, right? But we don't really have anything to give them. If I were to bounce someone to put you on the council, I would lose a huge amount of... Yeah, we'd lose a huge amount of anything. Your stats are so bad. I don't know how we're going to deal with this. We can't kill Prince Bathan fast enough. Although, if we're in a civil war to install the Duke on the Irish throne and he dies while the war is going on, that would still probably dispel it, right? There's nothing else for him to do. There's nothing for the people involved in the thing to do. Attempting to murder either of these guys... Yeah. Certainly not going to happen. God, the Duke's, that agent bailing on the plan, presumably due to death, it's a real problem. It really screwed things up. So, I mean, even if we could afford to hire you, I wouldn't bother. Yeah, it really is, it's you. It would have to be you. Who comes on? You like Prince Bathan for 261 points, so there's no universe where that happens. There's no way we could possibly pay. Yeah, I guess we're just going to find out. We're just going to find out about this civil war. Alright, well I have a new heir. What's a good name for an heir? Just going to click some buttons here for a second. Oh, sure. Philic, that'll work. Now all of the guys from Iceland, now we want to fight. We have a good situation here for fighting. Right, I've been studying the ancient religious texts and the writing of scholars, and they all seem to agree that the world will end 6,000 years after its creation. By my calculations, we are less than a century away. However, my archbishop urges me to keep it to myself. Leave it to the clergy and avoid panic. What if your calculations are wrong? Or what if all these writings are nonsense? I do feel like I should do, basically, whatever's going to cause him to gain opinion of me. He will start endorsing me. That seems like a good idea. Yes, a reasonable point. I'm with you. I am known for my dedication to my faith. Everybody says so. So, I am whole of body. That's the thing about me, is how whole of body I am. So when we gain stress, we gain less stress. We got a medium health boost. I'm feeling hale and hearty here. And now we are actually being endorsed by our archbishop, which means that we now have levies from the bishoprics. Is that right? Like our military should be stronger than it used to be, I think. And of course, the money should also more money. What are we doing, guys? Okay, I'm the dynasty head again. What on earth? I don't know what their plan is. I don't understand why they do the things they do, but okay, yeah, let's take the war target. That does seem like a solid idea. Alright. The right to rule Ireland belongs to some guy, my uncle. Accept this fact peacefully, or don't do that. I don't do that. God damn it. The fact that this war has been such a fucking nightmare, it's really causing problems. Yeah, Dublin's under siege. That's his territory. What are they doing? That's Bathan's territory. I mean, fine, I don't care. What a bunch of freaking... What a bunch of nonsense it is. Alright. Wait, what's going on? Are we bouncing? Okay, I now control the war target. So now, despite the fact that this totally fucking sucks, we take white peace. Because we gotta go home, like, immediately. I had to wait for him to accept. Okay. So be it. So now, I must call on my ally formally to defend me in this war. His troops are already right here. And we gotta get home, and we're gonna stick with him. No, he disbanded. He's gonna, like, disband and reform. I should probably do the same. Honestly, it'll probably be faster to do the same thing. No armies can be disbanded. Oh yeah, because armies have to be in a friendly place to be disbanded, right? Of course I shall join you. Excellent. Please hurry. I'm on my way home. Yeah, I don't know what they... Okay, whatever. They're really going to show him who's boss. So I want to merge these two armies into one army. Some Prince Bishop is... whatever. Is doing a thing I don't care about. I was trying to click on the army banner here. Okay, so they have a massively superior force. As I attend some local celebrations in the Desmond, I spend the evening drunk on merriment and wine. Seems like not a super safe thing to do in the current environment. As I wake in the morning, it is to find myself in a damp cellar with a huge hangover and a newly built wall almost covering the exit. Someone meant to bury me here. This is why you kill them before you brick them up in the wall. There is no benefit to doing it the other way. This is my sister, right? Yeah, my sister tried to brick me up in a wall. And she was too fucking stupid to do it correctly. Oh. So I was almost assassinated during the Civil War by people who are not part of the Civil War. Just sort of an incidental force of murderers. Okay. It's true, I am in debt. I would love to unraise my levies. Let me tell you. There are almost no words. So this thing is not... Abandon. This isn't working. You know what I should do, though? I am gonna put my Spy Master back on Disrupt. I think that's probably a good idea. Alright, we're gonna solve this problem militarily. I do not have any money for mercenaries. I can lawfully imprison Princess Bebin, but only maybe. The difference in my military strength gives me a decent chance on... She will rise up in rebellion. Who is she? She's in charge of Desmond. So, okay, not right now. The siege of Dublin was lost. Again, this is a siege where territory belonging to the person who they're trying to install on the throne was lost, which it's hard for me to imagine that matters terribly. That inconveniences Prince Bethin more than anyone else. It seems like a really bad move. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't think they know what the hell they're doing. But we definitely have the superior military. If I could command the Icelandic troops, I would just run over and we would fight these guys right now and solve the problem, but it's fine. Apparently we're sieging quite quickly here. So are they. Like, for real, do we think this is the right way to do this? Hold on a second. If I detach and move here, will the Iceland guys follow me? Yes. Yes, okay. We have to fight them. Yeah, like, look, they're fleeing because they know that we will defeat them if the battle happens. While I've come to expect mischief from my son and heir, Kanan, his creativity keeps me on my toes. When it is not a prank, it is a brawl, a disgruntled tutor, or grazed knees from an adventure gone wrong. He is 3, and he's getting into brawls? He's quite a rowdy 3-year-old. I mean, listen, I've known 3-year-olds that I would describe as rowdy. I don't know. Brawling seems much. A little bit much. Alright, should my kids be getting schooled or something? Should he have a tutor? Educate child. Yeah, like, do I want to personally educate the child? You know, I know stuff. I've got learning and whatnot. I'm personally educating this child. What about the other kid? Appoint a ward. Like, what if I wanted to have somebody else teach this kid, though? Somebody should teach this kid who, like, knows things about other stuff. Martha, teach this child to know how to doctor. That's my feeling. Oh, we caught part of their army on the move. That's, like, extremely good news. So it seems like they're just fleeing out to sea. So I guess let's go and... How exactly does war score from holdings work? It's just counties is counties. It doesn't matter too much where we go. It's not like if I hold both of their capitals, they will give up immediately. So yeah, let's go and uncapture some of this stuff. Their army was inferior to us before, and it's much more inferior to us now. My suspicion is they will find themselves unable to fight back. Let's just go and push them back off. Come on, don't get away. Don't get away, yeah! Okay, thoroughly defeated. Let's make sure we're trying to catch these other guys as they're coming in. Again, thoroughly defeated. Oh, upset over conversion. Oh, right. That's still happening. He's still desperately trying to... To be fair, our previous Archbishop was doing a horrible job. So wait, are we not... Oh, we're not in the... Yeah, not in the barony. We have to re-siege it. Okay, please... Please stop moving. If we can just defeat enough of them... Oh, the cowardice. All the fleeing, always the fleeing. My vassal Duchess Ornat had an extramarital affair with her lover Flay the Man. That's a... I would not get into bed with a guy who was named that, personally. Listen, God will judge them. I don't have time to. I assume God will judge them. That's kind of his thing. God loves to judge. Okay, we've got them sort of in the open. This is their whole army. I am tired of their garbage. So... We've become whole of body. Wait, I thought he had already done that again. Did I take it back at some point? Weird. Yeah. Your wards can get additional skills and can become your friends. Yo, I have a ward. I would love if my ward got an additional skill. He's like a pretty important ward. My prisoner Orson died. That's for the best. Alright. So we've won battle after battle after battle. What are the possible outcomes in this war? So on white peace, I keep the title. A title revocation reasoning is given on every rebelling vassal, but we would still have to actually, like, they're still around. We'd actually have to revoke the titles. The two people who are in the faction can't faction against us for 5 more years. And that's interesting. If I get to enforce demand, all of the remaining vassals are immediately imprisoned. I gain 20 dread. That's the outcome I really want, and we are plus 12% now. But these battles they do seem to be depleting me more than they're depleting our enemies here. Oh no, wait, that's the Icelanders. The Iceland's army took a real beating there, I guess? Okay, we can probably stop trying to sway him. I don't know who we would sway now, though. So if we just move toward Connacht, we can kind of chase these guys. He finished. Like, is he, like, successfully? Indeed. They are Catholics. Well, okay. So, just put him back on religious relations? That seems fine. We certainly don't need him fabricating any claims anywhere. We're going to have to get back to that. This turned out to be a real nightmare. Our previous character's death is still a thing we are resolving now. But I think it's happening. We're getting stuff back under control, at least. Him dying during the war was, like, absolutely devastating. So wait, shouldn't I be... Oh no, sorry. Connacht is striped because I took it. It's on the other side of the border. Over here, this color of stripes means it's not mine, and here this color of stripes means it is mine, which is bad UI design. Like, it should be striped red if it's enemy holding, right? Like, the outline around the enemy territory is red. Yeah, very strange. Very strange decisions being made. Okay, so let's come back. These guys are getting reinforced a little bit here, which I do not care for. Their force is so weak that I would imagine their sieges are going to be quite slow at this point, right? Oh, not really. Well, I guess let's run them off again? We are, in fact, doing a fine job. When I said the battle seemed to be depleting us way more than it was depleting them, I didn't realize that our number did not include the Icelandic troops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My husband is badly wounded. I don't have a lot of money. Murican is quite experienced, and Cormac is an Adamite, so that's probably gonna That would probably cause long-term problems. You know what I would love? Is to just be allowed to fucking de-raise my armies. My Chancellor, Duke Finguin, has worked hard to convince our neighboring realms and vassals that the treaty I entered with Prince Edelfred was flawed, illegitimate, and unfair to me. I am once again free to declare war on him as I please. Incredible work, Finguin, you goddamn hero. Alright, it's true, my glory is widely known. Everybody's saying that. Alright, let's go unclaim this, because that'll get us a lot of war score if we actually succeed at it. And both of his forces are too weak to stop us from taking either of these back, really. If they meet up, they could challenge the Icelandic troops, and then we would just run in there and murder the hell out of them. Looks like that is in fact what's happening. Don't worry, I'm coming. Oh no! Oh no, wait, Finguin wounded someone else, not Finguin was wounded. Alright, another embarrassing failure for the bad guys. Now, if we could just actually get something done here. Alright, it does look like that siege is going to complete this time. War score 56. Yeah, you just get over here and merge up with me. Athlone is under siege. Yeah, I know. How long? 7 months? Okay. Okay. So. My bishop doesn't need to be fabricating a claim. But I do not have a cast a spell. Well, I mean, whatever. I can't declare war while I'm in debt anyway. Yeah, we just gotta deal with all of this internal stuff before we can really do anything. So 5 months to okay, yep. We're gonna finish this. And this is quite a lot of war score wrapped up in Dublin, despite the fact that, again, it's territory that belongs to a person who is, in a gentle way, part of the problem. So this, I do wish that it would show, like, it should either not show their numbers combined or it should show my numbers combined. I'm sure the reason it's not doing that is because this is technically 2 armies with the ally and everything, but it should still represent the forces in each place clearly. 1076 plus is not the same unit of measurement as 910, right? It's measuring one of these armies in metric and the other in imperial. So we probably should be trying to sway someone else at this point, but I don't know who needs it the most. Finguin, my good friend Finguin, I do not want him to, for any reason, think bad things of us. Wow, all of a sudden, their thing's really moving. Well, whatever, it's fine. The transmutation of lead to gold has long been the dream of alchemists across the world. I would love to figure that out. Though many have attempted such a feat, nobody is known to have succeeded. Despite this, I have come across some notes written in the margins of a book about plants. They claim that one can create golden rain by boiling lead sugar in a filtered solution of seaweed ash. Could such a thing be possible? It might be worth investigating. I could say the scribbles are clearly nonsensical, but I have too much ambition to discover the magnum opus to do that. Yeah, investigate it. Figure that out. I'd like to know that. And if anybody's going to figure it out, it's me, one of the world's foremost scholars, ? Apparently that's the world that we now live in. The first reagent I need to obtain is lead sugar, an ingredient used to sweeten wines. I could find a supplier to import what I need, although I do not have the money to do so. Alternatively, I can cheaply manufacture my own burning metallic lead and dissolving the ashes in... Okay. Grammar. Listen, I'm good at alchemy, not grammar. Not English grammar. How can I learn if other people do all the work? It is possible that I will do the thing. It is also possible that I will give myself 20 years of chronic headaches. Moderate penalty to health. And it doesn't tell me how likely I am to succeed. It's a learning challenge, and my learning is high side of average. And we always roll badly. But I do permanently increase my learning by 1. You know what? I think she would try to do this herself. I think that's in character. Of course, I rolled the -1 because I only ever roll the negative option on anything. The second reagent I need to obtain is seaweed. A lot of seaweed. 100 drams, shredded and then dried. Well, I can demand a seaweed tax. I really don't want to lose any more money. I could just use my lead to sweeten wines instead, I suppose. But I will demand a seaweed tax. Alright, we're at 72. My cousin Moore was captured by my vassal. That's fine. At last, I have all the necessary reagents to produce the golden rain. The lead sugar is safely stored in waterproof casks, the cords of dried seaweed stacked in the furnace ready to burn. Will this be my magnum opus? Yeah, I mean, we have to begin the experiment. Obviously, Durbale, incredibly ambitious and very impressed with her own intelligence, believes she can do this. So obviously, let's do it. Upon mixing the lead sugar into the boiled seaweed ash, the mixture suddenly turned a vibrant yellow. While I did not manage to produce actual gold, gee, what a surprise, I did find that my solution can be used as a dye which rivals saffron in brilliance. Selling this dye will allow me to recoup some of my costs. Hey, neat. And I did get a lifestyle perk. Okay, so ignore negative culture opinion. Interesting. We could go scientific instead. Boy, I haven't been paying any attention to our cultural fascinations. Would make increased development more effective eventually. Learning per level of devotion up. Ooh, 20% of counselor's primary skills added to your own is interesting. I mean, that's a lot of perk points down the line. And eventually I would gain the trait Scholar, which is schemy. That's definitely good. Over here, Clergy Opinion, Convert Faith Speed. I mean, this doesn't seem like it's probably going to be useful to us at this point. I doubt she will ever need to convert another county. So this stuff all seems like it's probably not directly relevant to us. Same Faith Opinion +5 is definitely useful. Yeah, so I think we want to head towards Scholar. Do we want to head there through Scientific or through Open-Minded first? Because we're going to have to do both, right? I think probably through Scientific. I do think Pedagogy was a reasonable start, though. Alright, how long are we looking at here? 7 months? 7 months and then march really fast to Luminok. Cadwallon has died in my prison, and sadly he was merely an acquaintance, not a rival. Who else is in my prison right now? Nobody. Fine by me. My vassal, Duchess Ornat, has had an extra merit. No, I know. Like we know. She's been showing the signs of pregnancy for some time now, and everyone thought that her husband, Duke Domnall, was the father of the child, but nope, not the case. Now everyone knows, but I feel like they should have had a pretty good idea before, on account of, you know, the last time that this happened. I guess there wasn't a child before, right? But it was, like, we already knew she was cheating on him, so... Who are these guys? Huh. So you are part of this war. There's just new troops from that were not raised before. Huh. Well, I mean... But we have new troops coming up. Prince Bathan's got troops, and these guys are on the correct side of this thing. Defending against Briefne. Oh, these troops are fighting Prince Bathan personally. They're not really a my problem, but they're incidentally being a problem for me. Okay, they're giving up on that, it looks like. So actually, I do believe that this war is over in the best possible way then, right? Because there's no way they're going to be able to stop me from flipping the war score to 100 now. Okay, I control Athlone, and I just need to, like... I'm not part of this war. I'm not involved here. So we just need to go and grab, like, Ulster, and that's that. I would think. They're trying to free Connacht, which they'll do in 7 months. I guess I can try to run over here and drive them off. Oh, redirect. There we go. Because we should win this war, or this battle, quite handily. And I got another perk point already. Increased development efficiency, definitely a useful thing. Okay, we defeated those guys easily. 96%. Chase them down. Do not let them escape. All we have to do is win one more small battle, and we will have the war score we need. All the way home. All the way home. Okay, so I don't want to take on a place that has a lot of soldiers. I mean, he's going to take attrition. Okay, don't do that. Do we have a siege available here? Yes, okay, we can win this siege. And here comes some troops from Iceland. Okay, the war's over. When this siege finishes, they do not have time to take anything. Yeah, when this siege ends, we get 100%. We imprison all of the people who went against us. We finally get to disband the levies. We start working on this debt problem, and then we can turn our attention outward again. Whatever. Some siege was... This is such a not right now problem. Oh my god, just fill up. I just want this to be over. Okay. Prisoners are not part of... Hold on, we took a prisoner. Prisoners are not part of my war score, so can we ransom? $50. Oh yeah. Gimme, then I'll enforce my demands. Okay. It's about damn time. Blessings upon you and your house. I know when I am defeated. It seems I am left with no choice but to comply with your demands. Yo, it's really worked out well for us that we married into the royal family in Iceland. Okay, so a lot of people are imprisoned. A lot of people cannot join factions. It seems like we have cleaned things up. For some reason, it thinks now is the time to tell me about tooltip modes. Oh, a faction targeting me has disbanded, alright. Also, my levies. Have disbanded. Thank Christ. Although, that didn't help as much as I was hoping with the money. So, now we have to rebuild the treasury. We have a whole lot of situations. I have new prisoners who can be ransomed, but I'm not 100% sure that I want to do what I want to do with them. Like, we may want to have other things happen to them. I think probably, though, this is a place where we can call it for today. This turned out to be a little bit more of an adventure than I thought it was going to be. But we finally have some level of control here, and I think that we can, at this point, begin to put things back together. I mean, this is a big part of the game, right? It's the unexpected things are going to happen, situations are going to occur, and you just gotta figure them out and deal with them. So, when you come back next time, whenever next time is, we're going to start trying to figure out how to rebuild things. Maybe we can ask for a loan from the Pope. That might get us somewhere. And we'll see you then.